Hello and welcome back. Right, I think it's sleep time. 9 till 7. Oh, still unplanted. Oh, has germinated. It hadn't had a chance to. I was too quick for it. Right, let's get our animals done. First order of business. Now then, I've just seen my Sammy. Sammy, I think you definitely need a bit of a wash. I agree totally. Couldn't have said it better. Wow, that is definitely ditched. Oh yeah, you are definitely good to go. Definitely good to go. Oh, I was just wondering, why is the TMR in there? I remember. Right, let's top that up before we do anything. I always find that difficult. It's that particular view because you've got no point of reference to know which square, whether you've gone to the first square, the second square, and so you sort of pull a little bit forwards so as you don't, and then you realise you've not pulled far enough forward, so you move a little bit more forward, and he still says that it's quite funny. It's definitely one of those things that you've literally got to get better and better at. Wow, that is taking a lot. Wow, 1 full square. Oh, nearly full though. Brilliant. In fact, let's use a noddle. Let's fill it up so tomorrow we're ready. Now we use the back, so that's got to be the front. Well, that was an improvement. Definitely better. Now then, you've got to be careful of that field. We're going to be killing our canola before it's even... Oh, we've got weeds. I see them. Right, we need to pull way past that. Right, so then let's set... Now we maybe germinate, but we've still not got nothing on that field, so... Set the... Yeah, let's use the truck. Oh, I think I've left both the truck and the... No, I can run across the field. That is allowed. I remember. Both of them are in that field. I left it last night. Still can't believe that's how that is going to be. Yes, interesting. My gamepad's still playing up. Fertilise. The best thing to fertilise will definitely be this, but I've got to chuck. Right, this needs rectifying. We can't keep doing this. Can't keep dumping. So. Oh. Okay, right. Let's go and grab another Fendt GT platform now. Just one, or shall I be clever and buy two? One for seeds and one for... Yes. That's what we should do. Now then, I remember. Let's reset that. Don't want to go all the way up to the shop, only to find what I buy comes down here. Time is at 1. Right, that's rectified. Tut. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm going to be... obviously, with having grass fields, it's one thing that you... It doesn't matter if you run across your fields. That's one advantage to grass. You never really have to worry about that. I know in FS17 you did because of damaging the grass. So yes, that would have always been the same as every other crop, but now in FS19 you don't need to worry about it, so therefore you don't. But now, consciously making that change because I've planted canola, I think I'm going to have to try to treat that field as I have to go around the edge, so... Oh, really? Oh, there you are, a bit troublesome. Wow. I must be slipping. I'm losing my touch. God, I must be tired or something. My reactions are slow. Didn't tell with having the walls there, you can't get a good enough. You have to rotate your gamepad like both ways, forwards and backwards, while accelerating to... And you sort of do need a bit of space, as I sort of proved there. Right. Ah. Now then, this is a weird one. Although we're to take a really slight loan out based upon the money we're going to have tonight, because I don't come up here very often. Why are you not popping? Right, trailers. I need 2 Fendt GT platforms. Green for seeds. Now then, where is that? It's in low load, isn't it? That's my absolute go-to. That's what I... Now, how much is that for bog standard? Second hand. That's not bad. And we will improve on it. Now then, that can, yes it can. Oh, it does cost you more. Last but not least, right, okay. Let's repair that, but they are classed as too heavy. I do apologise for this. I really thought these were liftable by hand, or I would have. obviously, I suppose, yeah, no, that does make sense, to be honest, thinking about it. Is that not? There. Okay, it's intrigued me. Oh, come on. Well, should be able to squeeze one at least on there. Well, I was going for realism, but now all of these items are all way too heavy. It's funny sometimes let's see if... It's like it's stuck in the ground, because you can't see the bottom of the... Right, let's reset it. Oh, which means it's going to send it down to the... Of course it does. Trailers. Which one is it going to be? That is the... Be that one. What is for that? Right, let's put these straps on. Obviously straps don't matter to you, and I should have brought my... Right, need to change view then, so I'm not sure I'm not going to lose that. Whoa. Dynamic cameras sometimes. What on earth are you doing to me? Whoa. I do like this trailer. I also like the Bandit trailer, which is 4,500. Smaller. This starts small, but can end up being 50 foot long. Although you cannot get down this road with it if it's 50 foot long. It gets stuck in that snake. No, actually, no. I can't remember now if I could just about get it through. It really doesn't like it. I think probably a 30 footer is probably about it for this one, which if you're bringing 3 or 4 pieces of equipment, this will serve us in good stead for... Now then, I've got to hope. That's the local farmer, if he'll stick that on my... Yes, I can see the bottom of the things now. The little round bits at the very bottom, they were gone into the ground, which I think is why it wouldn't let me lift it. notice any difference. They're glued on. Very good locking scripts on this. Very good locking scripts. Now I've said that, of course, it'll wish to prove me wrong, but yeah, there's a rule of thumb. Oh, wow, it has as well. Isn't that typical? You just love it when mods decide to do that. It was absolutely fine all the way down here until the second I said it's got really good locking scripts, and then it decides to prove you wrong. And yet we've all seen it 2 minutes ago be perfectly good. Let's unfasten. It's the ones that are on it. And just rely on the locking script. We shall see whether that makes any difference at all. It's usually like glue. That's the one. That's really the reason I made the switch from the Bandit trailer, because the Bandit is small, has built-in ramps to begin with. This you have to pay extra for the ramps. The Bandit's 4,500, but it stays at that size forever. You can't make it any longer. But the one thing I don't like about the Bandit is its locking scripts are terrible. Absolutely awful. The things just skitter around. So you would rely on those transporting things that we bought, that we've got down in our yard, which is very silly. I should leave them on the back of the truck. Should be the place that they're left constantly. But yeah, the Bandit would have already lost these 2 or 3 times by now, whereas the H2 Studios versatile trailer is absolutely fantastic, but it is dearer. I'm trying to think. No, let's stick to the main road. No, let's go our field route. Yeah, it doesn't like to turn. I know. In fact, do you know, thinking about it, right, last bit of unbelievableness. Let's just leave these, and we are going to want them here. I'm still undecided as to whether I am going to completely block this off or actually put a roadway in this, but I think I'm going to completely block it off because we've got the entrance, the proper one, just there. So if we want to sneak down it, we just go up down that road and then sneak straight across the field, to be honest. So I think a row of trees is definitely in order. I think we're not going to need all of them here, but I think I'm going to need more than the 20 on one, probably. Right, so that's the trees. That job wants doing. We'll go and get the... Oh, come on, I'm being silly. Let's grab the fertiliser one, because that's what we're going to need first. Not much further to go now. I've come this far, so... Now you can see why I like this truck. A very versatile truck. It also pulls lorry backs, which is exactly the reason why I chose that particular back. I have used this at the very beginning of a Let's Play to actually be a lorry. And I mean literally, this will even pull the H2 Studio proper liquid tanker back, the 67,000 litre one, and it does it reasonably well. Oh, they not really have made that thin. That was really bad of me. sometimes, I'm not going to call it greed, it's not exactly greed, it sort of, that's one lost. I squeeze past without damaging the crop. Right. Definitely. Running out of room. Now then, we really want to lose this now. There. And that's how to do that. Just leave this just around here. But we don't want to be dragging that around with us. In fact, let's go left. Go right behind the one for all with this. I am running out of room though for... Oh, wrong one. While we remember, let's grab those two strap things. If they want leaving on the back of that, then they're always going to be in the right place. We've got to see if this is a good move. It depends on how good. Oops. Okay. We shall see if this is a good or a bad move. Only time will tell. Have I got you? Yeah, it looks like I've gone over you. Right, okay, so that's done. Vent. Across the feet. No, I didn't. I left you there, didn't I? That's right. Perfect. Right, so that back is now front. Just stick you there. Right, now we've got to dump this lime here. That is the bad thing. We have no choice. Hang on a minute, do we? Let's have a look at the fields. Did I lime? Oh, I did, didn't I? I actually did lime the 12 and 13. Right, everything's limed. So I have got to force dump this then. Oh, brilliant. It does go out properly. Oh, excellent. I'd forgotten. Not used it in a while, this so, did we? That's it. It feels funny. I've got a colour code. Normally, I use an orange Fendt GT with an orange front for fertilising, and I use the green for liming, lime green. So this feels a bit odd, but just using the fronts. As I said, I do want another Fendt GT, but I can't justify it at present. Right, so. No, it's cheaper in this, so unfortunately, although it trickles in, we've got to go with the money at the minute. So now then, we did that one, we didn't do this one, and we didn't do our fields or the new fields. So we've got 4 fields to do. I think that's right. Ooh. Yeah, it is. So let's start by doing this one. This is going to be the 18 metre even. I haven't done it. I know I haven't. Cross generation. No, it's not field 14. It is. New field edge. Got to get into the thing of currently loaded course. Midland. Let's try 3. No, so then it is on 18.1, which is right for this, for fertiliser. So, save 14, 18.1 metres. And start at first. Go. Not sure whether... No, we shouldn't need a foot. The other one, the brand new one, might need more than... Right, what I need to do now is truck. No, it's not. What I need now is a tractor, and that doesn't look like it's more than it says for once. It's all right, it's mucky again already. When we come back, we must sort that out. Right. Venus, which I've stuck right over there. Now then, we need to be pulling around to avoid the crop. And I don't want to be crashing it like I have done. Right, let's grab that. Thank you, Cam. I was trying to avoid you. Let's pull inwards. See, that was registering as down, and yet it wasn't down. You had to put it up and then down again for it to be really down. I suppose that's the thing of any game, isn't it, really? It's actually learning the foibles, the things that make that game tick. I mean, Farming Simulator's got so many quirks, which is both good and bad. I must admit, of all of the games I've ever played in my life, this game has the steepest learning curve. There is so much which I like about it. That's not a criticism. It's not a game you can pick up overnight. Although it is a game that, in saying that you can you can pick this game up and within 2 hours learn the rudiments, and then still be learning about seasons. I didn't play seasons for a long time because I thought it was way too complicated. And then there came a day when all of a sudden the base game, the rinse and repeat cycles, I thought, I just felt that I needed to shake it up a bit, so I then switched seasons on, and again, seasons is definitely a beast that you definitely learn over time. That took a lot longer. In fact, I think like anything new, I switched it off after a little bit, and then went back to the base game for a bit, and then needed to sort of feel that I needed the challenge again later on, and thought, let's properly look at seasons, not half-heartedly. So I did, and I stuck with it. And then I remember the big change, precision farming. I tried to adopt that very early on. And then let's go this way for this. And again, I tried it, but it had only just come out, and it wasn't quite finished, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the change, so I switched back to just seasons and left precision farming alone for a while. And then again, there came that day when I thought, let's give this another shot. Now then, I've got realistic cab view on, so why? Mirrors are in front of you, Mr. Smith, that's why. Now then, this is going to be interesting. Nope, don't feel up for the challenge, not today. Let's just go normal for now. Excellent. Let's go and get the back. The liquid tanker back. Well, actually, no, it's not the back. It's the liquid tanker. Tanker. It's not a lorry back. That's we're talking about lorries. Right, now then, I would imagine the Fat GT shouldn't be too far off. Finish that field with an 18-metre spread. I don't think it'll be far off. Let's drop this back off first. Now then, let's have a look before we dart off and get the digestate. Let's drop this back. Now then, I'm not going to put this where I used to, because this would now be in the way where I used to drop it off. Let's have a look. You shouldn't be far off, I don't think. No, you're not. That's all green on nitrogen, so you must be so close to being finished, it's unbelievable. Oh wow, Mr. Smith, you have still not lost your touch on that. Wow, we use more fertiliser than I thought. I know it's the biggest field we've got, but... Right, so we've done 29. We haven't done 12 and 13. According to the pH, it looks like it's perfect, but we shall go and see when we fertilise. We'll go and do those two now. And then we have our new field to do. We need to move that as well. That's in the way there, really. And at some point I need to pick that back up. That's going to be the seed back. We're not going to need that till next year though, so it can stay as an almost permanent fixture for a while. I really would like to get another Fendt GT at some point this year. I do class that as I said. Now then, this I don't think. With this being a smaller back, I would have liked to have ploughed this extent of this field a bit because this is just normal grass, not actual proper field grass. Right, let's try that again then. So, cross generation. Field 13. Why are you not? Field okay. Now that doesn't look like field 13 user to me. What? What on earth? Causeway, what on earth are you doing? Okay. As I said, it's a content creator's job to keep the flow going right, so let's just get this sorted ourselves and worry about that at some other point. Causeway does have these funny turns where things go wrong, so it's just one of them things. Let's just get on with it. Can't be faffing around and wasting lots and lots of times with something like that. Now then, it's not got to... I don't mind that tiny weeny little bit. It's not going to make an awful lot of difference in the grand scheme of things, which may offend some people, but the time of your workers and yourself is your most precious commodity of all. Aware that we're in mid-spring, things are, time is a ticking. Oh, no, let's get those. We're going this way anyway. Oh no, that's precision farming being demanding and saying no. Right, so that I believe is everything but field 16, so let's go and top this up. And as we're passing anyway, let's have a go at the bits we missed, if precision farming will let me do it. It should let me do that corner. You see, if I'd have come back for that, I never would have been able to do it now. That would have been wasteful. But you don't always know. You always get a second crack at the whip. Now then, I've got to remember mid-spring. Now then, let's have a look at these bales as we're passing. I can't remember what. Let's have a look. Grass. Right, another day. Another day. So, if it's 27 hours, about dinner time tomorrow then. Okay, right, field 16. Let's get it fertilised. I think if my timer's orange light is anything to go by, that I haven't got much longer on my timer, so this may be the last task we will do. Ooh. No, we do need need to do a little bit more, and that is go and get the digestate. I want to literally get rid of that loan. So we'll do that in a minute. In fact, let's learn our lesson. We want to follow with the truck to the field so we can Taz. Yeah, I was right. That is my alarm telling me that my time is up. So let's pull in front of that, and we're going to get into good habits. Let's get into the habit of going down this road rather than going across the field. Got to get in. It's not that far out of the way, so yes, it is following. I do wish there was a field entrance to our field 16 here somewhere, but it's not that far. It's just there. So there would have been a time in my farming simulator career when I would have made that happen, but not anymore. I'm quite content to take a more sedate pace to the field entrance. Right. Let's set this going. Now this is new, because I've never done the 18.1, so course generation. Field 16, are you going to be good? Let's try 3. Lovely. Save you. Field 16, 80.1 meters, and go. Go and get the liquid tanker and take this off and do the last job of the day. Well, the last job of the day really will be stopping that Fendt GT, but yeah, while that's still doing that, must remember though that I've got a spray, got a herbicide, everything on the next session. That's top priority. We don't want to be losing any say our entire year is gearing up towards hopefully buying the oh wow, must have had the field edges slightly past the hedge. Tut, that's naughty. Yes, our entire year is gearing up towards hopefully that £700,000 win of the big farm. So everything's gearing up towards maximum profit. So one thing we've got to do is try to minimise. That's why I'm still unsure about the Fendt GT as to whether. Now then, let's get into the habit of not going over the field. I should miss that just. Ooh, I don't know that I did. Yes, of maximising profit and not buying too much undue equipment. I don't class the trailer as undue though. I think that's quite necessary. That will save us. I would like to make it, to give it the proper run up back, which is going to cost more, but we may actually just have to put up with it as it is for this year until we've moved into the new farmyard. I don't want any more expense. Got to get out of the frivolous. It isn't frivolous, but it is if you've got a goal. You've got to stick to the goal. I don't want to miss the goal by 100,000 because I bought £100,000 worth of equipment. Now then, I need to change view. those straps are so far staying on like glue. Right, this should be just under 16,000. Yeah, that's a 0. That's all definitely digested. Let's try and get this right. Brilliant. 381 actually. Don't forget the 1. It all adds up. Right, so that should be, and nitrogen should be looking good. Wow. Gordon Bennett. He's doing very good for saying it's not a massive spreader. As I said, sometimes it's more about just plugging away in there than it is about massive spreads. But I must admit, I do get used to my the Electrochrono 36 meter. It finishes it so quickly. Right, last job of the day. I'm thinking. Really? Doing less than 20 miles an hour? Less than? I do like the maps where the map makers actually do have the cars travelling at a more realistic pace. And that's not a criticism. This map is ace. All maps are absolutely phenomenal, really. It's just it's easy to moan into, to be honest, as a user of a mod, and I suppose it then sounds very insulting to the mod maker, which in some ways you are sort of. I can sneak through there, which is true to life. I could jump the hedge. So for once, running is probably the best way. That shouldn't be long. Oh, there we go. We've still got it. Thank you very much for your assistance, young man. Back to the field, and that is where we're going to leave it. Fantastic. Let's stick to the outside of the field. We'll top this up next time. This is my time I went a long time ago, so 15,619. Let's see how much of that loan we can clear now. We don't need. Yes we do. No, we don't. We're only herbiciding, and as we all know, that doesn't really, for some reason, get rid of the herbicide. Even if I do all of my fields, it'll still have enough herbicide, so I don't need anything. We've done all. So let's have a look. Let's make that the last job of the day. How much can we get rid of it all? No loan. So all we're relying on now is the income from the biogas. Right, and that is where we're going to leave it. Well, we have made progress. We are getting closer to the point where all we've left to do now is herbicide in all of the fields for this year. For this cuts, if you class it as the grass side of things, but for this year, if you look at the rest of the fields now that we've gone into canola, one thing I am going to say just finally before butting out is, because of how tight things are going to be this year, I've decided Obviously the main goal is to get into that. I'm not buying any more fields, I've said that already. Not buying any more animals, that's set. 700,000 is the goal, so we've got to work with that, and to that aim this year I am going to lease my harvester and header. That's all we need. Everything else, we've got the trailers that we can use for that. We'll have to, especially with trying to go with the seasons to get the best day to take the crop to the sale point, we will have to go for the compact storage, so we've got to find 25 grand and stick that over there. That's the only cost, unless there's something that is unforeseen. We will hire that this year, lease it, and we'll buy one properly next year, just to try to move within this goal of getting the 700,000. So yes, that is the goal. I'm trying to think actually. The sell point for canola, I think that's quite late on. Oops. It goes past it. It is in 5-6 autumn. So that is roughly when we were truthfully looking to move into that. So yeah, I would imagine that's definitely going to be one of the big movers on making that happen, is our canola harvest, to be honest. So right, and that is where I'm going to leave it. So thank you very much for done it again. Windows has lost the focus to Windows, so I shut up. Right, thank you very much for watching. I hope you're going to continue on this journey with us. I truly think we're making great progress, and goodbye for now.